Can't hear anybody.
What?
That's not good. Didn't even know anyone was in here. I thought I was still here by myself.
This show fucking sucks. This show is dog shit. This sucks. This is the worst. This is episode 165. Our previous episode included dodging a bullet, Andrew's prototypes, not being a knife guy, RTX, Summer of 98 yearbook, the Golden Gurpler, Crazy Puffs, 3 cheeses, souvenir shirts business. I forgot about that. Geoff at Sloppy Joe's, the North Face guy, and ocean jet skiing. But that's all 164. This is 165. So go ahead.
Eric, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you not start the recap before 3 p.m., please?
But the point of you getting here at 3 p.m. is that we start on time when you're here.
Well, if the recap's in the episode, I have to disagree, Eric.
I'm not... What?
That's in the episode, isn't it?
No.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Face Podcast. My name is Jeff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Panton and Gavin Free. This is episode 165. And you know, before you continue your pedantic little argument, let me say, I was thinking about this, and I think it's something that we need to start prefacing going forward. This is a 100% non-AI podcast. We are all humans saying human things, written or in this case, not written by other humans.
Huh.
It really makes me think you did something with AI for this episode now.
No, not at all. But I was just reading. An article about they were interviewing James Van Der Beek about. He was saying that AI is going to destroy Hollywood and entertainment in general. And I just got to thinking, like, if maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But at some point, pretty soon, like I don't know if you saw this the other day, Ron DeSantis released a political ad where they AI'd Trump's voice saying shit that he didn't say. and there's just like no way to know whether it's whether you're listening to somebody that's real or not at this point. So that, and you remember the other day, a couple months ago, when Jack showed us AI Eric saying "eat the pencil" or Andrew ate the pencil or whatever, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. So my point being here is that I just want people to know, as of first off, as far as I know, every episode up till this point, and then from here on going forward, we're all humans.
Well, here's what we have going for us. We could feed machine learning AI every single episode of Face, and there's no way it could ever know what Andrew's going to do next.
Can I say, I also don't know what Andrew's going to do next, because he just said in our chat, I'm rebooting.
Oh, is he rebooting like he's doing an AI joke, or he's physically rebooting his computer?
Andrew's been weird today, man. We've been talking for a little while before the episode.
I can't hear him. Is he speaking?
He couldn't hear us before, then he could, and now he's rebooting.
But I haven't heard him say a single word.
Well, you weren't here early.
Yeah, he was saying words earlier. Don't worry.
No, I just mean in the episode.
Well, it's because he's rebooting. He can't talk and reboot at the same time.
This is the worst episode we've made.
That's a pretty low bar. Gavin, before the episode, Andrew just talked to me out of the blue. Who, by the way, he hasn't talked to me in probably at least a week. Talked to me out of the blue.
I texted you yesterday. What are you talking about?
Where are you? Why do you sound...
What is that?
Are you inside of a Gurpler? Oh.
I'm rebooting. Jesus Christ, relax.
Andrew's talking into a Gurpler on a string.
Jeff, I texted you.
This is what we get after Jeff says there's no AI in this episode. This is the sound we have. Well, what did he text you saying?
Oh, just like he was being very conspicuous about asking if I thought this was a Blindside episode, if it could be a Blindside episode.
I just gave him the warning.
He sounded very blindsidey. And then the more he talked about it, the less I trusted him. And then the more he tried to convince me, and the less I trusted him.
I just got out of the lab. I've been in the lab all morning. Oh, there he goes.
This is, I don't even, do we edit it? Like, what is this?
Here's a wild theory. I just declared that Face is 100% human, non-AI podcast. What if Andrew has been AI this entire time, and we just it's like the 3 laws of robotics in Isaac Asimov books. Like, we just broke one of it. He now can't participate, and I just broke Andrew because he was never human to begin with.
Huh. You might need a new disclaimer.
You gave him the Voight-Kampff test, and he just sort of he couldn't He couldn't keep up. Just fell
Yeah.
apart in it.
Wow, you're right. This is exactly like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Why won't it unmute? It's just muted. Can you unmute me? Nick, can you? Shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
man,
it's
I never
frozen.
considered that one of us was AI the entire time.
Yep.
Oh, Nick's muted him somehow?
He's asking
Nick,
if you can unmute him. I don't
I
know
thought
how
that would
you
be
do
on
that.
him, though.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Nick, can you brush Andrew's teeth while you're at it?
He's not muted. No.
What is happening?
What is
Why are you asking? Oh my God.
Andrew wants to know what's happening.
I'm Gracie, it's not always like this.
I don't believe that. Something tells me that's a lie.
Is your mic
We're
working
trying
in
this
anything
again.
else? He's gone.
Reloading Discord.
Andrew texted me, so close.
That's good.
He was just in and he left again. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
He's unmuted. He's unmuted.
Andrew?
Please talk.
Oh, I can see me talking.
wonder if the mic fell off the fridge.
But I can't hear anyone. Oh.
We're going into deep lore. This is good.
That was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, no
Come
kidding.
on, connect. Just says.
Yeah!
Can you hear
Am I? Yeah. Hey.
Thank God.
Let's go.
Hey, like he was never gone.
Minute 20 of my recording.
Yep.
Well, if you guys were here a little bit earlier, none of that would have happened.
We were
Not my
here
fault.
5 minutes, at least 5 minutes early, would you say, Nick?
I looked at 5 minutes. I looked at what time was it? 12:55. No one was here. I swapped to a different tab to get my notes ready. And then when I came back, everyone was here. I didn't see. I missed it. But I was like, typically people are here by now.
I
So are you
can't believe
saying-
we did that to you.
Are you saying
Yeah.
you need us all to be 5 minutes early, otherwise you won't function correctly?
No, so what
Like if
happened
I don't
was
arrive 5 minutes early to the restaurant, you'll just shit your pants the second I arrive and leave.
What he's saying is we need to be earlier than 5
Okay.
No,
minutes.
typically it's fine. What happened was I went into my settings on my computer and it said you cannot access your audio settings. I thought that's not good because I'm defaulting to my speakers, but maybe in Discord I can set it for my headphones. So I went into Discord, went to the audio settings. It said all good. Your audio is being fed to your headphones. Then that was clearly not the case when I went back to the tab and discovered that there were 4 people in here post 12:55. And so I couldn't change it because I couldn't change my audio output. And you guys are going through my computer speakers.
Yeah, the
So that is
chances
why
of
I
you
had to
actually
reset.
recording the correct mic at this point is pretty slim, I think.
No, I'm all good. I'm looking at it in Audacity. I got the Scarlett Solo. Everything's all set up. We're all fine. It was
Okay.
just that audio issue. We worked through it. Now we're here. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Doing
Gavin's been
good.
in the lab. Please tell me about being in the lab. I need to know.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
like itching for like 20 minutes. Please tell me about being in the lab.
We also went to Vegas.
Oh my
You
God.
did go to Vegas. Yeah, I'm so sad I missed that. It was the big bachelor party. Tell me about Vegas. What happened to Vegas?
I don't know. I kind of want to know what's going on in the lab first.
Tell me about the lab.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're doing the lab first.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, is the episode starting now?
Yeah.
It started a little bit ago.
How far are we into this episode?
Tell us
Just so
about
I
the
know.
fucking lab, dude!
Sorry, man. Okay, so this is a uniform creation from... Hold on.
I was in the lab
You
too,
had
okay?
20 minutes of Andrew fun.
From
Oh, thank you.
The mind of Whoop Scoop. This is the official
Oh.
Whoop Scoop logo.
Oh, yeah.
And what we were working on today, everyone, is my favorites folder.
Oh, I thought you built that in the lab. I thought that was the creation.
No,
It's
that would have been
the
cool, though.
Vegas
That was just
thing?
on a wall somewhere.
That was in Vegas.
Yeah.
So the plan was to create a glove
Okay.
that acts like a hand warmer. So I can put my hand in the glove, activate it, and suddenly I've got a hot hand to carve through ice cream.
Yeah.
So I thought it's as simple as getting a bunch of, those liquid hand warmers and stuffing all of the liquid in a glove. Wrong. It immediately oxidizes with the air and solidifies.
Oh, no.
So I ended up looking like I had a bunch of chopped pineapple in a food glove. But don't worry, because you could boil that shit and I did it on a saucepan outside, so I didn't gas my. By the way, I think I've poisoned myself. Anyway, moving on. I managed to reset the entire hand warmer back into its liquid form, and here it is. And you can see I've left in a little metal tab that you're supposed to squeeze to set it off being hot again. Now, slight problem. Well, I should say next, I wanted to put the glove I was going to wear inside that, but I couldn't figure out how to do that because it was too hot to put my actual hand in currently. So I created a dummy hand mold, which I made out of a glove full of water. So that's standing in for my hand.
Okay.
Didn't realize, as you can see in that picture, there's some white ooze now coming out of the other one, and it's leaking. It's leaking.
Yeah.
It left a big stain on the couch I put it on. So I quickly had to deal with it. I opened it up. I was trying to stuff the water glove up the hand warmer glove.
It looks like a hungry duck.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a rabid duck. It's foaming at the mouth. The thumb, by the way, is stuck underneath. I couldn't get access to the thumb, but I was hoping that when I stuffed the water glove in the warm glove, everything would be fine and go back to normal. Anyway, so all the water and the heat warmer juice spilled all over the place, and I ended up with a glove with a crumpled up other glove in the top of it, while all the fingers are slowly turning back into the hard material. It's all going wrong. And this is the stain that it left on my patio. So all in all, this ended about 25 minutes ago, by the way. I burnt the shit out of myself. I inhaled a lot of fumes.
Oh my God.
And hopefully I last the double recording we have today. So I'd say incredibly unsuccessful day in the lab, but I think I've proved the concept. I just need to pour the liquid very quickly or sort of grind up the hard stuff and get the gloves settled before I go to the boil phase. And I think I can do that.
Do you think you need a tougher glove?
It's possible.
Yeah, do you remember the gloves you used to use to wash dishes back when you lived with me?
Yeah,
those were like a heavier duty glove.
Like some marigolds. Well, I wanted to see through them. I thought that would be cool, but yeah, I could use those.
That's true for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that adds to the cosmetics. So what is the actual goal here? What is the end product?
To be able to put my hand into the ice cream gloves.
Okay.
And activate the whoop scoop so that I can claw ice cream out of the tub with my hand into a bowl.
Okay.
And then I boil the glove afterwards.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an idea for sure.
Right.
Have you considered a spoon for the ice cream?
We've talked about this, dude. Ice cream sometimes is too cold for spoons, and we were talking about how we wanted a heated spoon, and then Gavin came up with the idea for the gloves.
That's fair. That's fair. It seems,
and it was
like
following along the lines of the fruit gloves, which I don't think we ever got, but it inspired me to go forward with ice cream gloves.
You know, I had a minor breakthrough in the fruit gloves the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I need to get back to it because I saw something that inspired me.
Oh. Okay, so you don't want to say it now. This is lab work.
No. I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, let me get into the lab and work on it. But I'd also be honest with you, I'm a little inspired by what Gavin's going through right now. Like, he's in the frustrating part of it, but it's like magic is happening in front of our eyes.
He is learning how not to make them. We've now seen several attempts of how not to do it. You're narrowing it down.
I'm learning. I've learned a lot in the last hour.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few gloves. We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a couch or the patio.
Are you in trouble with Meg? Did she yell at you?
Well, I'm pretty sure I can just boil it back to liquid. I don't know how I'll let her know later, depending on how the cleanup goes.
She can't be mad at what she doesn't see, right? Just walk her around those parts of the house. That's like when I was a kid, I gave myself a rat tail one time, and my mom was not cool with me having one, but this is like the early 80s, so I needed to have one, or otherwise I couldn't go to school. And so, fucking dude, I was sitting in my bedroom one night, and I was watching Knight Rider, and fucking David Hasselhoff was so cool. He was such a fucking badass, and he took no shit from nobody. And during a commercial break, I fucking psyched myself up, and I went into the bathroom, and I gave myself a rat tail, and then I immediately did not feel like a badass. I felt like I was going to get in trouble, and so I just didn't turn my back to my mom for 4 days before she caught me. She caught me on a Thursday. I did it on a Sunday. Anyway, it worked for me. That'll probably work for you and Meg. Just walk her around the other side of the house or whatever.
Yeah.
What was the end game on the rat tail? Did she ever find out?
Yeah, she caught me, and I don't know why I remember this so well. I was going into our pantry, or not pantry, it was like a cabinet, going into our pantry because we had these Teddy Grams that were Return of the Jedi, like Teddy Grams, that had just come out, and they were like little Ewok things, and I wanted some, and I was so fucking jazzed about them because we had just gotten them that I turned around, and my mom goes, "What is that?" And I was like, fuck! And I didn't say fuck because I'd have a triple in trouble, but I was like, and then she was impressed that I got away with it for as long as I did. I think she made me cut it, but I didn't get in trouble.
What does it say about me that my mom gave us rat tails in the early 90s?
It just checks out. You're the rat guy.
Yeah,
I think it says everything
You've been
about
living
you.
that lifestyle. Yeah.
I just really, that's some white trash stuff, man.
I feel like your mum would have just tried to make you look like the kid in the Crossfire commercial.
That would have been awesome. I would have loved to have been the kid in the Crossfire commercial. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Anyone else been in the lab this week?
I've been in the lab.
No.
Should I do my lab stuff now? I want to hear about Vegas.
Hell. Well,
Well,
wanna
this
hear
is
about
this is
Vegas.
apparently the lab episode. Let's get into the lab.
You want to get into the lab stuff?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
first
can't
of all,
go lab Vegas lab. We won't finish the episode. We gotta let's go
we got
lab
two
lab
of these
Vegas.
we got to do. Second of all, how far into this episode are we? What minute mark are we? I'm very disoriented.
Probably right around 10, I would think.
I think
We're
we're probably
10
closer to
minutes in?
15. Yeah.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
We're 15 minutes in. So I went into the lab. Gavin and I shared each other little lab teas earlier, what we're
Yeah.
doing. I've wanted to do this for a while. Okay, this has been in lab development for a long time. R&D, as they say. I'm going to show you guys something, and you're going to tell me what you see, okay? Putting a photo in right now. What do you guys see? What are you looking at here? Use your eyes. Use your
Well,
soul. What do you
it's-
see?
It's pool noodles.
Pool noodles. You see pool noodles? What do you see, Geoff?
I see rake sleeves.
Rake sleeves.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok where this dude sprayed WD-40 in those things, and then you put it on your rake, and then it's more comfortable to rake with.
Oh.
Oh, I see like a supersized fries.
Supersized fries. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see what you're saying. Okay, you're getting artistic. You're doing some interpretation.
Oh, okay. I
Calling
need
thing.
to
It's
reel
not
it
the
in.
right direction. It's not
Right.
the right
Oh shit!
direction. both
Is it
of you.
sleep spaghetti?
It's sleep spaghetti. That's
Oh
right,
my
Geoff.
God.
You've been sleeping on it. Sleep spaghetti. I've been waiting for the summer so the dollar store could get some noodles in because I needed a base thing, and they're expensive otherwise. They cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Sleep spaghetti. We have the prototype. That's the base. We got the pool noodles there as needed. It became a problem of fabric is expensive as well. What do you use for fabric? How would you solve this? What is your solution for this problem? Because we have the noodles. What would you do? I'll tell you what I did. I'll show you right now. Put a photo of it. Put in sleep fucking spaghetti. Okay. Got some socks. Got some cheap. Got some cheap.
Doesn't look right.
I got some.
There's a bunch of heels all the way up.
Yeah, well, because I bought some socks, and you chop the top off the sock, and then you slide it down. It covers that sleep spaghetti. You get the sleep spaghetti going nice and good. Okay. This is a hard day's work. Okay. For research and development. This is the bed, all nice and cozy. You get them laid out.
Oh my god!
This is an idea we've been talking about for a long time. I built sleep spaghetti, and I'm ready for your questions. Let me start. Did I sleep well? No. Continue. Other questions. I didn't come up with it. I just wanted to finalize it. I saw it.
Why is it so much more horrific than it sounded originally?
Well, I mean, a number of reasons. He has sleep uncooked spaghetti. This is the noodle before it's wet. You're just sleeping on dry noodles. I think sleep spaghetti is a thing you can like sink into.
Andrew.
It's the best thing we've ever done.
Andrew,
Yeah.
this is also brilliant. It's also watching magic happen in front of us. Right now, your spaghetti is too al dente.
Oh.
You need
Well,
to cook.
I
It
don't-
needs
how
to go
would-
back in the pot for like another 10 minutes, man.
That was your vision was a more I viewed like a firm noodle. I like my noodles firm.
But so surely you're slipping immediately through those.
Well, okay. So what you do is you push them to the side. Then you lay down. Then you feel like a building has fallen on top of you and you don't move. That's the first phase of comfort with the sleep spaghetti. No matter how you lay, it's sort of a problem. If you lay on your back, you feel like you're in Gulliver's Travels. You just feel like you're locked in and you're being held down. If you lay on your side, you feel like a skate ramp is being built off of you. It's a real problem. Other issues that I did not foresee with the sleep spaghetti setup. You can very easily, which I did, knock everything off of your end table trying to adjust a piece of sleep spaghetti because it is a very solid, long piece of foam, I guess. And I'm not exactly sure what the material is, but it's solid and it's not comfy.
Can you just imagine if we started episode 1 with that couple of sentences? How insane that would sound.
How, what would sound?
Just, it's no, that this is so deep into the lore of nothing. Good Lord. And the pillows, for some reason, just look disgusting. Why is everything about that so unappealing?
What do you mean?
Well,
It's
the
just a pile
pillows
of pillows.
It's
Yeah,
just-
but they're
I don't
sort of
know.
like off-white and they're
Okay,
getting like progressively
okay,
darker as they
You know
go
what?
down.
All right, well,
get
there's-
him, Gavin, get him.
No. Calm down, rabid duck guy. Okay, I don't want to hear it. You got a fucking rabid duck on your couch. You got
true. It's
fucking mangoes dried up on your patio. I don't want to hear this nonsense about Pillow Mountain. Okay,
I
Very
think he's
cozy.
just got some that are cream colored and some that are white. I don't.
Yeah, you got different colors. You got different shades.
Okay.
You got all sorts of options.
I think the pillows look weird because the sleep spaghetti is so unsettling to look at that everything else just makes you question what we're doing here.
Yeah.
It's rough stuff, man. I don't know about this.
So yeah, they really draw your eyes to the pillow. It's like a ramp. So I would say not wanting to throw, because I do think I think the pasta's too al dente, right?
Okay.
But I think not wanting to start from scratch, right, and to take what you've already built. First of all, I think maybe the next step would be to take the noodles and cut them maybe 4 times per noodle, and then stack them back in so there's more flexibility with them, so that you can manipulate them a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to be
No.
any softer, but they'll be more formable.
So like separate them within the sock, you mean?
Yeah, like separate them in the sock, but then have the socks bind them together.
Yeah.
So that way it acts more like
I got
So
it.
you're
Okay.
creating like
Spaghetti.
joints.
I
You're creating
see
you're,
what
sp-
you're
you're
saying.
creating spaghetti elbows.
Yeah.
and
Maybe you
spaghetti
could make
knees.
use of the heels if they're in chunks as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
the heels of the how many socks did you ruin?
Well, no, we're gonna get to that. Okay. I didn't ruin any socks. Okay, this is really simple. I'm glad you brought this up because we have several innovations. Okay, so look at this. Pants. Okay, pants. That's a pair of pants I just posted a photo of.
That's a
Yeah.
pair of pants. Yeah.
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 Pair of shorts. That's a pair of
Mhm.
shorts I just sent a photo of.
Okay.
Socks. Okay.
Yeah.
Shocks. Look at that.
No.
Toeless socks.
No.
I realized I hate pants because I feel confined
No.
with my legs. So by cutting the toes off of the sock, my toes now have a freedom, which makes me a sock guy. Not a sock guy, a shocks guy. I would wear these. I would enjoy these. I'm going to experiment with these. I think it's 2 for 1. So it's not that I ruined socks. I actually made shocks, which is, in my opinion, a superior product.
And that's shorts socks.
Short socks. Shocks.
Do you
Yeah.
do you have any examples of people wearing shocks?
No, I do not. I have not put them on because it felt weird to send a foot pic. That goes behind the paywall. Maybe if there's a first situation later, we can experiment with that idea. So it's more of a hand. It could also be fingerless gloves, as I'm displaying.
Do you think that they'd slip around though?
Slip around.
Yeah, like they wouldn't stay in place.
They're snug. They're snug, aren't they? When you pull a sock up, isn't it snug?
Yeah, they're pretty snug. There's like a high sock. I feel like the heel would really grip. I don't know. I guess
you need the right shoe.
that's.
God. For
I didn't even
God's
think
sake,
about
Eric.
doubling down.
Hideous.
Toeless shoes is an interesting idea.
Hideous. That being said, he's got some form of shock there.
I sent a funny picture. That was me being funny. But just so you know, it is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
They're
great.
called Opetoz, OPETOZ. I don't want to promote them, but that is what they are real. So for your shocks, you can get
Opetoz?
shoes.
What? Yeah, I guess it's just because it already has the it's just shoes. I guess I could just get shoes. Fuck. But maybe an extra S, shoes. To differentiate, because it is kind of confusing. I'll wear them.
God.
I'll wear them. I'll test that. I will say, before we venture too far past sleep spaghetti, on the positive side, I have never felt more prepared for a flood while sleeping. It's never crossed my mind, but I was in bed, I was wrapped around it, and I thought, you know what? If a flood occurred, I feel very ready.
I think you'd be the last person to find out.
I probably would.
You wouldn't find out until your nose hit the ceiling.
I wouldn't find out until my AirPods fell out of my ears and the rain stopped, and I realized we're in a real situation. This is no longer an imagination thing.
So dude.
It's my lab.
Great lab work, Andrew.
Yeah,
Jesus.
thanks. Yeah.
God.
Okay, I'll test it. I'll cut them up as you suggested. See if that makes the sleeping experience any better.
Yeah, and try wearing the shocks.
Do you think I have enough? I have 10. I'd say it covers. I'd say yeah. If anything, I have too many. It feels like.
Would you consider rafting them together?
I feel like that ruins the spaghetti aspect of it. But
That's true.
Maybe like you throw a blanket over it. Something could be done. Like help.
Because I
contain
imagine
it.
when Geoff conceived Sleep Spaghetti, they were all sort of tangled up and you would sort of sleep in a heap of spaghetti.
Yeah, like a pile of spaghetti. But you can achieve that with jointing the spaghetti he already has.
Segmented.
Yeah.
I'm gonna as soon as we're done today, I'll segment this and figure it out.
Andrew, I think it's phenomenal work. I love the shocks. I like where you're going with that. The idea of turning socks into fingerless gloves. I think the spaghetti is like we're just getting closer. Each experiment gets us that much closer. I think it's tremendous work from both of you. I'm only saddened that I haven't been in the lab. Because what you guys have done has been really impressive and inspiring. And I gotta say, this might be the best turnaround to an episode we've ever had.
Do you think your breakthrough on fruit gloves deserves an update, or is it not ready to talk about?
No. I will get to that later. I'm not ready. It'll be no. Let me think on it some more.
Got to continue to innovate.
I like that it sounds like we're both headed straight back to the lab, though, which is good.
Oh, we definitely are. And I feel better about my lab position currently than I think you do about yours.
Mine is just awful dog shit. Yeah.
I like that your lab has expanded to just your couch as well. Like, I feel like I get heat from my lab being my desk a lot of the time. But you got a couch lab. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
That's a comfortable lab. I guess my bed is now technically a lab as well.
Yeah,
We're
that's
both really
comfortable.
expanding our labs. You think I need more noodles, Gavin? You think more noodles would help?
Let me take a look at the picture again. Yeah, I'd say you could double it probably. If they're all segmented and doubled, you could really like tunnel your way in and find a really comfortable position.
Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna try these shocks out, and if I like them as much as I think I will, then I could double it because I didn't know how many socks it would take to cover a noodle. So I bought 2 bags of socks, and I only needed 1. So I have enough sock material to turn them. So I'm kind of prepped in that way. We'll see. As long as I don't mind turning more socks in the shocks, like if I'll actually use them, then we might double it.
Eric, just to clarify, what is our face R&D budget currently?
0?
Okay.
Yeah,
to know.
I would say 0. I'm excited to see what else happens in the lab, I suppose. I'm curious. No, I take it back. I'm not curious about shocks. I think I got everything I needed out of shocks. Yeah, it's really something. I'm proud of you, Andrew.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. A year from now, you're going to be wearing shocks yourself. And you're going to be like, you know what?
I won't be. No.
Oh, that's what,
so.
They don't...
Here's the thing. For the shoes that I wear, I typically wear like a very like low sock, like an ankle sock. And cutting the toes off that effectively destroys more than half the sock.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that
I don't really
one.
know. It's not really working for me, I suppose.
They would have come in handy for the garlic, I think.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. That was bad. I forget that we do that. That's a thought I have like every 7 months. I'll remember that we did garlic on our feet. And I go, ugh. That wasn't good. I just flashback to having my feet in plastic bags, like grocery bags. With
Yeah, and they could have been shocks the whole time.
They could have been shot. Well, I don't know if I want to put shocks through that. That was unpleasant. That was awful on several levels. Today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. But did you know it only takes a few seconds to get it? That means if you go to add it to your laptop or iPhone right now, you can be done before this ad read is even over. And it always feels great to be able to knock out something immediately. I mean, there's so many things to do in a day. Just being able to get something done quick, it's great. It's a great feeling. And you know what else works fast? Honey's deal finding abilities. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Now, how it works is imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. I have used Honey and saved money on so many things, from clothing, food, technology. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to download. It's just a great feature to have. Did you know that Honey doesn't just work on desktops? It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. Getting Honey seriously only takes a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/face. That's joinhoney.com/face. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. There are so many times, especially growing up, I felt directionless, not really knowing what I wanted to do with my future, the fear. It sucks. It's not a fun time. Even now, it's like so easy to second guess what your direction is. I found just trying stuff and doing new experiences and just learning from those to be super helpful, but sometimes it's great to talk to someone about those kinds of issues. And whether you're dealing with decisions around your career, relationships, or anything else, you can move forward with confidence and excitement through therapy or other methods. I know therapy is something for me that has been super beneficial. It has helped me in not just understanding some of my past trauma or anxiety issues, but approaching them in a way that I don't think I ever would have naturally come to by myself. So I would highly recommend that experience and that process to anyone. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and you have the ability to switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/face today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/face.
I know we want to get to Vegas and everything. Can we talk about the break show real quick, Geoff? Are we fine to talk about that?
Yeah, dude, do it.
Mondays, 4 p.m. Central Time on RT and the Face YouTube. We're live. We're doing the break show. It's weekly every Monday. If there's a Monday where we're off, we're not pre-recording it. We just won't do one that week. And then the VOD. So if you want to watch it later, it'll be up on Thursday on Rooster Teeth first, and then Friday for the on the Face YouTube channel. So there you go. I figure if we put it in the middle of the episode, it's more effective than
Oh.
the very, very end. You know what I mean?
And we're starting in August, right?
August 7th, so it'll be the first. I think that's next week when this one comes out. So
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
very,
timing.
very soon.
And
very,
when
very
you say, and I'd like to reemphasize the point,
Yep.
the majority of Mondays,
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
certainly not every Monday,
Yep.
but, but most Mondays.
Gavin and Andrew, you guys are
Mhm.
also welcome to be on it.
Always
when you have
invited.
Time. Always, the invitation's always there. Jeff, myself, and Emily are going to be opening cards, and then maybe Gus will be there sometimes. You remember Gus? You remember him? He might be there
Oh.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack will
So-
invite himself on for sure.
Yeah, no, he's busy. So, it'll be fun every Monday, 4 p.m. Central. So there you go.
Did you ever collect Gus's cards from?
We have Gus's cards.
we
Yeah,
have
he
them.
wants to open
Oh,
them. We're going to
great.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
He's
gonna
desperate
pass-
to get rid of them, so we'll.
he
we'll
wants
do
them
that.
gone so badly. Did you brand the shocks,
No.
Nick?
Not me. Nick did.
Yeah. You know.
Oh,
Look
I
at that.
like it.
Oh, dude.
Can
That's pretty cool.
I
again?
wonder how that'd look on a foot.
I don't want to know. I talked to Tony because I had to send him your knives or
Oh, the forks.
What were they? They were forks.
the forks.
The
Fork
Norks or
expressions.
whatever.
Fork expressions.
Fun forks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fork
I had I had a merch meeting, and Tony was like, "What about this thing?" And I said, "You got to ask. I don't know. I don't know what to say about those."
Oh.
So yeah.
I just thought of a slogan for them.
Oh, what's
for,
the slogan?
For expressions, eat your feelings.
Wow.
You couldn't use those.
I like that.
There's
Yeah.
just no way.
No, you definitely could.
Yeah.
Since Gavin's already, man, I could send him to Gavin. He'll try him because he's already poisoned, so it can't get worse.
That's true.
Gavin, you still alive? Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes.
Just so we're on the same page, you're human.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You heard it.
Why?
Fair enough. No reason. Hey, I had an idea. I had an idea for a new draft I wanted to run by you guys.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't want to like beat the drafts to death, but I kind of also want to keep doing them forever.
Yeah.
I don't know how feasible this one is to release. So it may be an idea that you guys say, "Hey, it's a cool idea, but we'll never do it because it would be hard to make." But wouldn't it be fun to do a funniest moments in film draft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you pick the 4 funniest moments in film to
Absolutely.
you, and then we all present them. Because Andrew, you were just talking about how you saw Dirty Work recently, and you and I were talking back and forth about our favorite moments from Dirty Work. And there's a moment that Gavin and I always reference that I think is one of the 4 funniest moments in the history of film. And that got me thinking about all my other favorite moments, and it'd be fun to share that in some way.
I like that. We have the summer of '98 ranking coming out. Maybe that even could be a better format for. Maybe it's not even a draft. Maybe it's like a debate, a consensus ranking, potentially. Because I feel we'll be aligned. Out of curiosity, how many of the '98 movies have you guys seen? Like, I know Gavin's seen 10.
I've seen
How many
10 from your list.
Yeah. Also, I haven't talked to TPG about this. I was talking, he asked me about how the summer 98 movie stuff was going. I ranked all of them, just personally, 1 through 32 of what I think the most summer 98 film is in the least. And he sent me an audio clip of him reacting to my rankings and giving analysis on every pick. We should throw that into the like at the end of our draft or something. It should definitely go somewhere.
That's great.
It's great. His analysis is fantastic.
I'm counting. Hold on.
You know, I think
Yes.
I'd have to put basketball number 1.
We'll see. We'll see about that. I think it could get contentious. Is Nick a movie guy? I don't know if Nick's a movie guy or not. Nick, are you a movie guy? He's just muted.
Are you wearing a mask?
He was unmuted the whole time, and then
And
muted
then he
himself
just-
to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
because like every audio engineer here at this company, it's backwards, and his audio is the worst. I don't
It sounded like
understand it. It's the way it
You
goes.
spoke to him the second he got up to take a piss, is what it sounded
Yep.
like.
It does feel that way.
Oh,
Eric,
he
do
had
you
to go
know
check
if
on his
Nick's
kid.
a movie guy?
I don't. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I would imagine he is. He's a radio guy, so I would imagine he's a movie guy.
I bet he is too.
Yeah, I would think so.
I've seen 24 of these films.
You've seen 24?
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's so many of them.
Yeah,
How about
that's
you,
a lot
Eric?
of them.
I'd have to do a count, but instead of waiting for me, Geoff should start talking about Vegas.
God, do you think there's enough time left to talk about Vegas?
I mean, we have another one, and also yes, because it's what 40 minutes right now,
Yeah, that's
35
true.
minutes.
Okay. So last weekend, for the wedding, my soon-to-be father-in-law and soon-to-be brother-in-law invited me out to Las Vegas to watch NBA Summer League games as kind of like a bachelor's weekend kind of thing, you know? And I thought that was very sweet and kind of them, and we all kind of like bond over sports, and I am a huge NBA fan, obviously, and I've been to the Summer League once before and had the time of my life and really wanted to relive that experience. And I also, the first time I did it completely by myself, so the idea of doing it with friends was cool too. And so I flew out Friday and got there, checked into my hotel. We were staying at the Wynn, and met up with my father-in-law and brother. I'll just call him father-in-law and brother-in-law. It'll be just around the corner anyway. And hung out with them in the sports book and did a little bet on some horses. Came out about even. And then went to, they invited me out to dinner at this Jose Andres restaurant called Bizarre Meats that we always eat at when we go to Vegas. My father-in-law is a huge like Jose Andres fan. A lot of his charitable work and his food and stuff. And so I kind of thought it'd be cool for him to go to this restaurant because he'd never been before. And so they made a reservation and we walked around a corner to a table that was full of people that I knew. And I was not expecting that.
A real life blindside, you might say.
An incredible blindside. Sitting around that table were my favorite people in the world that were boys. My cousin Christopher and Gavin and Jack, and that was it.
We were planning it, and
that's not.
Come on,
Eric.
We were planning it, and Kent was like, "Yeah, we should surprise him, get to the meal before him, and all that." And then we realized that we couldn't fly any time near when you were flying because we're all coming from the same place. So we had to get an earlier flight. You were flying. What time did you fly? Like 2 something?
I flew out at like 2:30, I think.
Yeah. We our flight took off at 8 a.m.
Mine was at 9. We all thought there's no way that we can fly around the same time Geoff is. Anyway, that's what most of us thought.
You know what's funny about that too? I got to the airport a little early because I was bored, and so I tried to see how fast I could walk from the first terminal to the last terminal and back. So I timed it. I absolutely would have run into anybody that was in the airport.
How fast could you do it?
It took me about 9 minutes to go from one end to the other and back, or one into the other, and then 9 minutes to go back.
Yeah, I woke up at 5 a.m. and then once we got to Vegas, we had 11 hours to kill.
So what did you guys do for 11 hours?
We had some margs. We played roulette, then we went to the pool.
Can we talk about the roulette thing?
What happened with roulette?
Gavin told me earlier in the week that he has like a streak going in Vegas where he only plays. Was it you only play like roulette like one game?
Yeah, I try and walk into a casino on my trip to Vegas. I put down $100 on one color, and the last 4 trips to Vegas, I've won, and then I just take the 200 and I don't gamble again.
So that's what he said in this text, and we were like, oh, he's put it on black or whatever, and I just said like, I don't know, who consider like think about red.
Yeah, I was flying to Vegas. I was texting Eric leading up to this trip. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking it's black. It's gonna be black. Eric convinced me that red might be an option.
All I said was who bets on red? Red might be an option. He's playing this like I twisted his arm to do red. Not what happened. I simply inceptioned the idea into him. So
and then I thought it'd be
that's Geoff's time.
That's just my
cool.
time.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Then I thought it'd be cool if like I put it to Eric and Jack. Like maybe you want to bet with me, maybe you want to bet against me.
Ooh,
maybe get in on the same. Get in on the same spin.
So Gavin lays down his hunt. There's no one else at this roulette table. There's one other one and it's hopping. This one's empty at the Wynn. And Gavin walks over and we're trying to, is it the time? Okay, we're going to do it. Okay, what color are you going to go with? Whatever. Jack is like, I'm in for 60. I'm like, I'll put 40 in, whatever, and see what happens. And Gavin picks red. So Jack picks red. And then I pick black. And
Eric picking what he twisted my arm away from.
Yeah, twisted his arm. If Jack would have picked black, I would have picked red. We just needed to do opposites so that way it paid out. And the dealer or whatever at the roulette table was like, oh, good. Now there's like some action. Like, something's going to happen. He spins the roulette wheel, spins the ball into it. It goes and it hits 00 green and we lost all of our money.
Are you serious?
We all just burst out laughing. Like, I almost fell on the floor. And then we all just walked away from the roulette table having, between us, lost $200. And it might be the best, the best loss of money of my life. It was so well spent. It was so funny. And we just couldn't believe it.
The roulette dealer was even shocked. He just had his mouth agape and he just went, I don't know. That was it. Andrew, later that day, after we finished dinner, we go and there's roulette tables and craps. Jack you talk about twisting arms. Jack wants everyone to play fucking craps.
Oh my God, dude. Jack has a problem.
Jack's a craps guy.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
He taught me how craps work.
Yeah, well, we
Same.
finally learned how craps works later in the trip, but he taught us some stuff. There's a roulette table, Andrew, and no one's at it. Gavin
I
goes.
get weird when there's like a shitload of other people. Like I don't really. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to get in people's way. So I just wait until there's just literally no one at a roulette table.
So Gavin went over, another $100 on red. It spins.
No.
Well, first you got to say that because now that the group was bigger, so now Geoff's father-in-law wants to get in on this action. He bets against me. He goes on black.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now there's some action, Andrew.
No.
It spins.
No.
Green.
No.
Again.
Yeah.
No.
I got danned. This is what happened to Dan when he was. My luck has run out.
Oh,
I've got Dan luck now. I think Dan has the luck.
Gavin walked around in a daze all weekend. At one point, we walked by, we saw a place that was playing where they were playing War. You know that game where it's just like high or low? And I, as a joke, I sat down and it was like $25 a hand. And so I just sat down and just played. And with I played like 5 times and I came out even. And I was like, oh, that was pretty fun. That was actually more fun than I thought it would be. I go, Gav, you should try it. And he goes, no, I've lost my luck. It's terrible. And he goes, I don't want to blow any more money. And I go, here's $100. Just sit down and play it. You're going to have fun. You can't lose. It's 50-50. I swear to God, it goes, hand 1, gives her $25. Hand 2, gives her $25. Pull 3, gives her $25. Pull 4, gives $25. $100 gone that fast.
It was
and he
about
just got
45
up.
seconds. Well, and also it was like the numbers were, it was like, my first card was a 5, and then it was like, dealer 7. It's like, and then my number kept getting higher. Then I was like on a 9. It was like, it's a jack. Then I got a queen, and the dealer has a king. It's like, I felt like I was going to get there, and it just didn't work out for me. I pissed away that 100.
It was faster. He lost $100 faster at War than he did at roulette twice.
Easily.
I lost 4 times at War in the time it would have taken the ball to land in a color.
Gavin's luck was so bad that when he tried to get more money out of the ATM, it would not do it, and he tried 7 times.
That's why I had to give him $100 to encourage him to play.
Yeah, well, I hit my withdrawal limit from my bank, which is apparently $400, and I think, honestly, that was for the best. It kept me from starting a losing streak that would have gone out of hand. So I'm very thankful.
now you know why they have those withdrawal limits.
Yeah.
Anyway, when no one was watching, I went over to roulette and I put it on red and I hit.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Eric sneak away from everyone watching Jack play craps, and I just found him on a roulette table, just with a pile of chips.
I made like $100.
So I didn't see it. All I got to witness was Gavin's gambling failure, but you guys did tell me that Gavin at least had one very cool, smooth moment.
Oh!
At the pool,
my
right?
God. If we were in our 20s, if we were younger men and this happened, it would have been like, we would have waited until like the waitress walked away to congratulate Gavin. But we were at the pool. We were waiting for you guys. You're in the sun. It was nice. The waitress comes over and she goes, oh, do you guys want a drink? So we ordered drinks. And she's like, oh, do you want to charge them to the rooms? I said, yep. And so Jack gives his room number and his last name. I give my room number and my last name. And she goes, oh, yours. And Gavin goes, oh, 2120 free. And she goes, you have an accent. Not even you're British. Just you have an accent. She is maybe 20, I think. Maybe. And Gavin went, yep, absolutely. And then she went, oh, I'm sorry, what was your last name? And he went, Free, F-R-E-E. I went, oh, do you get anything free with that name? And he just went, maybe this drink. Silence. And then me and Jack going, oh, damn, man. Wait, you use that one all the time? Holy shit. Way to go.
She gave a great grin, and then we just started celebrating the smoothness of the line, but like before she left, and it was like, oh, we're just a bunch of
the
old
dorkiest
nerds.
shit. And Gavin went, I've never said that before in my life. And
Well, I think it was smooth because I said it with no hesitation. Like it just came out like I'd said it 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work either. It was a $28 drink.
Oh God.
But yeah, I think I walked away from that thinking, wow, maybe I've got game now.
How was the drink though? Was it good?
yeah.
it was-
Got a Miami Vice.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. Eric introduced me to a lot of stuff this weekend.
All weekend it was everything I ordered. Gavin went, ooh, me too.
Well, I like trying new shit, and I just always order the same stuff. So I was, I'm in Vegas with different people. I'm going to try different stuff.
I thought you did great. I thought
It was
everything
nice.
you ordered was really good because it's what I got and I liked it. So it was.
But yeah,
great.
I think she was impressed.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think she was impressed because you, again, didn't say, oh, you're British. She just said, you have an accent. Also, it's Vegas where that's the least impressive thing in the world.
Yeah.
I think it's because Americans don't often have the confidence to call out the difference between Australian and British. So they just say accent. I get that a lot.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
But that was our first kind of like day. And then we had to hide in our hotel room until Geoff made his way in and then like didn't go to his hotel room, just hung out at the sports book so we couldn't come down.
We had to
For like an hour.
From the time you landed, which was like 5 or something, until the meal at 8, we were scarce.
Yeah. Like
And
we
what-
were gone like way before and then had to like go over to like the casino early, like the other casino early. And it was like, what?
We were getting texts from Kent too, who was keeping us us informed of where you were. He was like, GOTUS is on the move.
GOTUS. And we're like, what the fuck? Geoff of the United States?
I forgot you guys called me GOTUS all weekend.
Oh,
And what was the deal with my cousin bringing all of his climbing gear?
Well, your idiotic cousin decided to fly at a flight that was 10 minutes apart from your one. Like we were all
apparently.
in Vegas, and he was like headed to the airport, and we were like 6 hours into our time wasting. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even think about."
I knew Gavin was upset that this could get blown because he started participating in the group text and he said, Chris, if you fuck this for me and I woke up at 5 a.m. for nothing, I'm going to be pissed.
I did say that. So he decided that he would mitigate that by, if he bumped into you in the airport, he could say that he was on like a climbing trip because he loves climbing. He's loved climbing for years. So he was he would send us a picture of like a climbing bag and a helmet that he was going to take to the airport.
It was so crazy that he was just like, oh, I'm just going to repack all my stuff. And it's like, what does that mean? And he's like, well, this way, he won't know that I'm going to Vegas. Geoff told us later, he's like, oh, if I saw Chris at the airport, I would never think he was going to Vegas.
No, it wouldn't have crossed my mind in a million years. He could have just been like, he travels for work like 30 months out of the year. He could have just been like, oh, small world. Yeah, I'm headed to fucking Kuala Lumpur for the weekend or whatever. I'd be like, oh, cool, man. Well, stay safe. Love you.
It was so nice to see Chris. I hadn't seen him in probably
It's the best.
5 years. I love him.
Yeah.
I love...
I never met him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's the fucking best. I love that you guys all got to experience my favorite thing about him, which is that he's like professionally late to everything.
Dude, that was crazy.
I
What
don't know
the
how
fuck?
else to describe it. It's like he does it in a way that seems like, oh, this dude's a pro at being late. It is always, in every circumstance, he's late, and there's always a reason and an excuse that's plausible. It's really impressive.
He was a very cool guy. I just never met him, never seen him. Had a great weekend with him.
Mhm.
You know, it was like a lot of fun.
I asked him if he's a big gambler, and he said, "Oh, I forgot my debit card and all my cash."
Oh, yeah.
Which I found out on the last day, and I was like, God damn it, Chris, here's some money, man. I just thought he was just quietly not gambling, and not that any of us gambled a lot. We're mostly playing $5 on craps or whatever. But I was like, and I think almost everybody except for Gavin ended about even, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin ended way down.
Yeah, way down.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
I wanted to send a picture real quick of
the
Chris's
bag?
repacked bag that he texted us to assure us
Great.
that there's no way he was getting caught at this airport.
So he
Now, do
took
you
that
think-
to fucking...
Do you think you scared him into that, Gavin, with your text of if you fuck this up?
100%. That is
You-
what.
Yeah, I hope so.
No
As
doubt.
intended.
No doubt.
Also, it was 47 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Jesus
Celsius.
Christ.
Yeah. Which means it was way hotter in regular temperature.
I think that's like 116 or something. It was.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
I've been to
right around
India in the
Ugh.
summer, and it was hotter than that in Vegas.
That's
I've never
crazy.
experienced heat like that.
After we got home, because there's like a text chain that I guess you guys have been on for months that I was just added onto, which is currently called, it changed names constantly, but what is it called right now?
Oh, Knees Pattillo.
Knees Pattillo. That's another one. Oh my God. Well,
Because the only thing we had to bring on the trip was some like jeans and a smart-ish shirt because of the restaurant, and Jack forgot his jeans. So he was wearing shorts, and Ken called him Knees Pattillo.
Yeah, but I will say that he was better dressed than Gavin was, even with his shorts.
Where's the photo
that's
you
fair.
guys took of Jack with his fucking, where he looks like a giant?
Oh, yeah, do you have that, Gavin?
Yeah, for some reason, like I crouched a little bit, and also I switched to the 0.5 lens. It made him look like he was completely ginormous. Oh, it's.
Yeah, you know, a DNG file, the regular file that we all use.
You uploaded your dong file.
Okay, well, that's not a real image, apparently. That's a DNG.
Yeah, you know,
hold
DNG.
on.
well,
Hold
you
on.
needed a DNG to capture the size of Jack.
Yeah.
Let me
You
take
need a
a
whole new format.
freaking screenshot.
While he's doing that,
Mhm.
so right when we got home, Kent, like the next day, Kent sent a TikTok that was about a Delta, I think, Delta Airlines flight that was going from Vegas that weekend to Arizona, where it was, there's Knees Pattillo. That's how he showed up at the fancy restaurant.
Pattillo is so tall. Why is
Yeah.
Pattillo so tall?
It looks like that scene in
Massive.
Willy Wonka where he's walking down the hallway to the tiny door.
Apparently, it was so hot in the plane while they were waiting for it to take off, a bunch of people passed out and shit themselves.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Eric, you didn't see that?
No,
TikTok?
I
Oh
saw
my
it.
God.
It was like the remembrance of that could have been us.
That could have been us.
Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck.
I didn't realize that was a heat-based thing. I thought you would just pass. I didn't realize shitting your pants was a part of that.
I think they said at least 5 people shit themselves.
That's
And had to be
crazy.
taken
I
off
wonder
the plane.
why.
So many.
People
I
that shit
doubt-
themselves in the cold.
I tell you what, though, that's a great excuse from here on out.
That's true.
Dude, speaking of Geoff shitting himself, he was ripping farts at the basketball game. And you've stopped drinking years ago. I don't know how
Yeah.
you do it. Like, I remember your drunk farts. How do you
Yeah.
still have those in the tank?
Hey, man, it turns out it wasn't the alcohol. The magic was in me.
Yeah. No, I mean you're cursed in that way, right? Like you have diverticulitis. You got a lot going
Yeah,
on.
I've been in bed all week. This is my first day out of bed, actually. Diverticulitis. The second I got home from Vegas, I got hit with it. It was
Oh.
like the worst it's been in like 3 years. It's okay though. I'm fine now. Yeah. So the next day we went to the MB. How did it start? Oh, it started with breakfast,
Yep.
where Chris got lost in another hotel
He went
somehow.
to another hotel.
What? Wait, what? Like what?
The hotels
he
are
walked out
connected.
of our hotel to a different
Okay.
one for breakfast.
Oh,
So he was 20 minutes late that time. Which, by the way, I like to point out, he sounds like a goddamn idiot. My cousin is incredibly smart and incredibly successful. Way more successful than I am.
We look like shit. He's so put together, you would never guess that he's the late one.
Oh my God. He's like one of those people you see on TV that you're like, man, life's unfair.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
It's weird. He seems disciplined except when it comes to time.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to have like one chink in their armor, I guess, right?
Yep. So we had breakfast, and then we all went to NBA Summer League. And
What did you see? What games?
How many games did we see?
We watched
Geoff?
3 games. We saw the Timberwolves and I think the Mavs play at the start. Then we saw who did we see next?
No, is it back-to-back-to-back games, or how does that work?
They don't even wait until they're off the fucking court, dude.
It's awesome.
It was wild.
It's so fucking awesome how quickly they cycle them through.
Yeah.
Okay, that was.
And there's no difference to the rules for the summer league. It's the
It's
exact
shorter.
same.
It's
Okay.
shorter. But
It's like 10-minute quarters.
Yeah, 10-minute quarters. We saw Charlotte against
That's what it
Minnesota.
was.
We saw the Bucks against the Kings, and then we watched the Celtics against the Magic. We
Oh, we
did
got
not
Celtics.
stay for the Grizzlies and the Suns because why would we do that? So-
Yeah, we were just done at that point. 3 straight NBA games was fucking awesome. The arena, the Thomas and Mack Center was fucking awesome. Eric and I ran into a bunch of community members out there. We had some massive fucking dudes who play college football at, I want to say Washington State. Is that right?
I thought it was like Colorado.
I thought it was Washington. Number 80 and 8, right? Or 8 and 80. And they have a podcast they do about like mental health and sports called Elevate Podcast, I think. But they were really fucking nice. And it was like shaking Andre the Giant's hand when I felt so tiny. And
How did Jack feel? How did Need Jack feel?
I don't know. He was somewhere on playing craps in the bathroom. That dude, like, he likes Vegas. He likes gambling in a way that, like, I mean, Jack's very responsible and stuff, but he should never move there. That's all I'll say. He should never live in Las Vegas.
He likes finding the cheapest table to play the game at.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, it's a lot safer, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he just likes to play and he doesn't want to gamble a lot of money.
It's
I get
like
it,
a $5 difference, and it like made his day. He's like, oh, these are 20. Oh, it's like a $20 minimum. And then we go to another place. He's like, yeah, now we're talking 15. And it's like, what are you talking about?
I was, we played on this craps table where because it was confusing the hell out of me with the actual real craps table with everyone's chips all over the place. And I was just watching Jack losing track of what he had down there. But then we played one where it was like a digital table, but you could still throw dice on it. And then you could control all your stuff on a little screen in front of you. And I was watching Jack on that, and I was like, you know what? I can kind of get a handle on this. I feel like maybe I should jump in. So I put $20 in, and I tried to it like added credit to the top of the screen. So I tried to drag money down onto the pass line, but it instead of like dragging on like the 20 onto the pass line, it like, because it was a drag and not a press, it put $5 on everything along the path I dragged on. And then it immediately said, bets closed. I was like, oh, shit. And I had stuff all over the thing. I had like one on an 8. I had like, apparently, I had some on the field. I wouldn't be surprised if I had a come bet somehow.
I mean, like, Gavin keeps saying, like, oh, the machine did this. You didn't have to drag anything.
I'd never done it before. I thought it was like an iPad.
Listen, I drug every time, and it worked fine. Once again, Gavin and Chris could not fucking get it.
Nope.
Dude, it was immediately, I didn't realize I had like 1 second of betting left. I was just trying to get my shit close to me. And it just went all over the board and locked me out immediately. And Jack just... Jack almost fell on the floor. Oh, it was just a fun, incompetent time in general.
How did you do? You win that bet? You must have at least
you
won
did okay.
something in that. You bet
Overall,
6 different
craps.
things.
Overall, I think I went like 150 up on craps, and I used it just to pay Eric back for the meal.
Yeah, so, and then you finished up for the weekend then, right?
No.
Well, what happened?
Well, just with all my other roulette losses.
Oh, that was before. Okay. I was gonna say, like, I'm glad you didn't lose more money, but I wish you could have, because you have such a system where you're like 100, win 100, leave. You almost fucked up like 6 Vegas trips in one go. I wish you could have just kept going. I wish you could have just kept picking colors. You would have been in your head on the next one. Like you definitely would have put on green. I imagine you have to after 2 in a row at 2 separate tables.
I could definitely see why people just lose their entire lives to gambling, because you end up looking. I didn't walk this path, but you end up looking down the path of like, I probably should just put 200, and I won't lose twice, and I'll be back where I started. It'll be fine. I didn't do it, but that was easily a path to be walked.
Yeah. Death trying to get back to even, not even profit, just back to where you started.
We also caused a security meltdown at the NBA Summer League, unfortunately, which just kind of spiraled out of control on us really fast.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it next episode?
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about it next episode.
Can I have a theory as to what caused the security meltdown? Can I make a guess right now? I know you're at the Summer League. A lot of NBA players, they're tall. You expected it. They've never seen a man taller than Jack in those shorts. They didn't know what to do.
Close.
Concerned.
Very close. If you want to know what happened to cause a security meltdown at the NBA Summer League, you'll have to tune into episode 166 of the Face podcast. Oh my God, there you have it. Our very own Who Shot JR style cliffhanger right here. Damn.
That was action-packed.
I still don't know how long that episode was.
I have no clue.
Hey guys, Major League fan Jack here with a look at next week's episode of Face. It is 100% the summer of '98. Let's talk about basketball. More Vegas discussion. The Sphere is insane. Purple exists. Those chips are bonkers. And once again, Andrew does not eat the pencil. All that and more on next week's episode of Face.